I know that too. That's a special thing too, man.
Yeah.
So, today, we got
Sunday.
This is the month. Okay, everybody talks about love. And they forget about friendship as well, right? It's supposed to be the month of love and friendship. And this is the thing. All of you, boys and girls, in different levels, we all dream to getting married one. Like, not going to happen right now, it's not going to happen today, but in the future, you all have dreamed about it. You all have seen wedding movies and like, oh my God, the guy is so cute and
I want to get married on the
yeah, all of you. Alright, but alright, so let's back here. That will happen, alright? Statistically, I think it's 96% of you all are gay. Alright? 96.
I don't think I'm going to.
So, you know, like all of you, that's another point. Like all of you will get married eventually. You know, some of you before, later, whatever, but you all gonna get married. So that's another point. Like, don't worry about it. You will. And sometimes we're so anxious about it, and we're so stressed. Like, oh, that guy, he's not looking, you know, my way, and he hasn't talked to me. And that girl, man, she thinks I'm a punk or whatever. And we get frustrated and all that. Before we get to that part, I just want to remind you all, marriage begins with friendship.
Yes.
You don't get from, I don't know you to, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Nothing. You want to get married? Oh yeah, sure. Let's do it. No, it wouldn't.
Love that first sight.
It just doesn't have, no, but even, alright, like real quick. Me, that happened to me. Like love at first sight, that's my story. Real. And she knows it. She knows it. It happened, but
You gotta get married quickly.
exactly. Like, still, like first day, first moment I saw her, I swear to God. To me, it was like those movies when everything gets like fades away, and I just saw her, and I kind of like zoom into her, like oh, that was like me. So yeah, like oh my God. But you still, I know she's. Hey guys, come on, focus. But still, you have to go through a process of getting to know the person and all that. So it starts with friendship. And before you think of, oh, who am I going to get married and I want to get married, like before all of that, get ready to be worthy of that other person. Alright? This series is called, you know, we're in Faith, Hope, Love. But kind of like the subtitle of this one is Mr. and Mrs. Better Half. You probably have heard about that. Oh, my better half, my better half. En español, mi otra naranja. I don't know. You have to be that. But the third way, the third kind of like sub-theme I want to talk to you guys today is called Speak Life. And why is that so important? Alright, I want you to be very honest. How many of you have been in the situation when someone, can be your mom, your dad, your big brother, your big sister, someone you believe is your friend, have called you out some nasty names?
Yeah, Tosh. That's big cow and all that. Hey, sometimes too soda.
Alright, so we have all been there, right? And how do you feel when that happens? When they go, oh, you're so dumb or whatever. How do you feel?
That's you right there.
Yeah. But you get offended. And sometimes, yeah, you say nah because just a nobody told you. But when the person you really care about offends you, it's not like, whatever. You really get hurt. You really get hurt. And you can pretend to be tough, but I've been there. And sometimes you really struggle. And I'm not talking about like right now, but probably when you were little, I don't know, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in between. If they keep calling you something, you start believing it. Like, hey, your big ears, Dumbo, come here. Like, oh my God, and you start believing it. And honestly, I know a lot of people who grew up believing something God did not intend for you to believe. So what I want to talk to you today is the importance of speaking life to another. Like, you all like to be treated nicely, right? You all appreciate that. Like, someone is nice to you, you're like, hey, thank you.
Aww.
When someone just, come, hey, I love your smile or whatever. Thank you. Like, we appreciate those things. So, there's this thing. Proverbs says that there's power in our mouth, in our words. And that we have power to give life, take life. So it's very important, the words that come out of your mouth. Like, very important. They have power according to the Bible. And today I want all of you to go with me to 1 Samuel 25. Alright? Go to your physical Bibles, to your high-tech Bibles. Just go there, alright? 1 Samuel, chapter 25. And we're going to pick up on verse 2. And this is the story. We have three main characters. Like in every movie, TV show, whatever, there's always a main character. We've got three in this story. And we're going to talk about a guy named Nabal, Abigail, and David. You probably have heard about King David a lot. So this is he right here. Chapter 25. 1 Samuel. And we're starting on verse 2. And I'm going to be reading. Today we're just going to feed from the Word of God, guys. And I'm just going to fill in here and there. But let me start reading, okay? There was a wealthy man from Maon who owned property near the town of Carmel. He had 3,000 sheep and 1,000 goats. And it was sheep shearing time. What's that? It's just a time when they get the sheep and they remove the hair, fur, whatever it's called, the fluffy part of them. So it was that time. This man's name was Nabal, and his wife, Abigail, was a sensible and beautiful woman. Alright? But Nabal, a descendant of Caleb, was crude and mean in all his dealings. Pretty interesting, right? How a sweet girl like Abigail ended up with a guy like Nabal. We'll see about that later. When David heard that Nabal was shearing his sheep, he sent 10 of his young men to Carmel with this message for Nabal. Here it goes. Peace and prosperity to you, your family, and everything you own. How many of you know that when someone is sweet talking to you, they're about to ask for something, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, Daddy, you're so strong, Daddy. Like, can I have that new blouse right there? Like, we're always about to ask for something. Yeah, I have it too. Like, you want something? Like, I'm going to do it, right? So David was using this card, like, I'm going to sweet talk to this guy. And he said, hey, I'm told that it's sheep shearing time. This is basically a good time, financially speaking, because it's a time when you're going to get money out of that wool. While your shepherds stay among us near Carmel, we never harm them, and nothing was ever stolen from them. Ask your own men, and they will tell you this is true. So will you be kind to us, so that we have come at a time of celebration? Please share any provisions you're going to have on hand with us and with your friend David. Now what's going on here? This is the time when David was running away from King Saul. Now, you remember David was supposed to be the king of Israel, right? He was a little boy and he killed Goliath. And God anointed David to be the future king of Israel. Now, Saul, the current king, was jealous because he knew later on David was going to be king. So he was like, I don't want to stop being king. So he was chasing David. He was trying to kill David. Oh, strong, big roar. Alright, so David was running away, and with David were like 600 men, soldiers, all of them. So this was the thing. They were, in the fields, and basically they were protecting people. Like, all right, I'm going to protect you I'm going to keep you away from harms. And just, be nice. Just, make a sandwich once in a while and, hook me up. So, back in those days, it was expected that someone who could would take care of a traveler. In this place, David was a traveler. And it was not that he was mooching on this guy, on Nabal. It was, hey, you're wealthy, you have a lot of food, a lot of money. Hook your brother up. That's basically what he's saying. Hey, I'm hungry. Can you hook me up? Yeah. So he was not being disrespectful. He was like, hey, I'm not asking for just, I'm not begging you. I've been protecting your people. It will be nice for you to be nice to me. But what happened? It says in verse 9 that David, young man, gave this message to Nabal in David's name. And then, they waited the reply. And what was the reply? It says in verse 10, Nabal answered this. Who is this fellow David? Really? It's not that he didn't. David was the most famous guy in his time. He was a rock star. Like, David, the guy who killed Goliath. He was famous beyond fame. Alright? And this guy was like, who's David? Nabal sneered to the young man. Who does this son of Jesse think he is? There are lots of servants these days who run away from their masters. Yeah, that was a bad move. He shouldn't have said that. He's questioning David's identity and motives. And guys, this is for all of you, and women as well. Worst thing you can do to a guy is question who he is. Who you? Who that? Me that, right? Like if you're questioning, like, who do you think you are?
Who do you think you are?
You're really, that's kind of like the worst thing you can do to a guy. You're nobody. That's like the worst insult you can give to a guy. And not only that, but he's just questioning his motives. Like, what do you want? Like, who are you? And man, he's the future king of Israel. He's being very disrespectful. Should I take my bread and my water and my meat that I've slaughtered for my shearers and give to a band of outlaws? Now, they used to be heroes, and this guy just reduced him to outlaws. To come from who knows where. So, David, young man, returned and told him what Nabal had said. Now, right here, what was going on is they were excited, actually. Like, Nabal just spoke very badly about David. And they went back to David like, oh, you're not going to imagine what Nabal just said, man. And they were replying back to David. And typically like, ooh, and guess what he said? Like, he said this, like, oh, we're all like, oh, he didn't say that, David. Are you really believing this guy? And what happened? Verse 13, guys. See David's reaction. Get your swords! Everybody. Get your swords. And he got his own. 400 men started off with David, and 200 remained behind, guarding their equipment. In the meantime, one of Nabal's servants went to Abigail, the wife, and told her, David sent messengers from the wilderness to greet our master, but he screamed insults at them. These men have been very good to us, and we never suffered any harm from them. Nothing was stolen from us the whole time we were with us. In fact, day and night, they were like a wall of protection to us and sheep. See, the servants recognized these guys and David. And immediately they saw the danger they were on. Because they knew that Nabal, the master, was very disrespectful and foolish. So, you need to know this and figure what to do. For there is going to be trouble for our master and his whole family. He's so ill-tempered that no one can ever talk to him. And what was Abigail's response? It says in the Bible that she wasted no time. And right now, guys, you might have this issue in your own lives. You might not even realize it. But maybe some of you have been so foolish that you're putting yourself in harm's way. And maybe you're not even realizing that. Just by the way you're talking to your mom and dad, maybe by the way you're talking to your friends, to your teachers, to someone else who's in authority, and you're just being careless. And you're putting yourself in danger because you're not guarding your words. And this is very important. And Abigail recognized that danger. And the Bible said that she acted in the moment. She was like, we'll see what happens later on. You know, whatever. Like, yeah, me and my dad are not cool right now, but who cares? I'll fix it later. Or yeah, me and my sister, it's kind of funny, but alright, maybe later on, time will heal everything. But no, guys, you need to act upon stuff you're doing. So, she quickly gathered 200 loaves of bread, 2 wineskins full of wine, 5 sheep that had been slaughtered, nearly a bushel of roasted grain, 100 clusters of raisins, and 200 fig cakes. She packed them on donkeys and said to her servants, "Go ahead, I will follow you shortly." But she didn't tell her husband Nabal what she was doing. As she was riding her donkey to a mountain ravine, she saw David and his men coming toward her. Remember, David said, "I'm just going to kill him." David had just been saying, "A lot of good I did to help this fellow. We protected his flock in the wilderness, and nothing he owned was lost or stolen. But he has repaid me evil for good." Watch verse 22. "May God strike me and kill me if even one man of his household is still alive tomorrow morning." Wow. Wow. There's a lot of difference between verse 6 and verse 22. Real quick, I'm going to read you verse 6, just in case you don't remember. He started the whole thing like this. "Peace and prosperity to you." Verse 6. After Nabal's response, what was David's response? Verse 22. "Hide your kids, hide your women, hide yourself, because I'm going to kill every one of you." That was basically it. That was basically it. Look at this.
Hide your kids, hide your women.
Hide your kids, hide your mama, hide everyone there. Alright? Why? Look, verse 22. I'm not kidding, really. Verse 22. "May God strike me and kill me if even one man of his household is still alive tomorrow morning." What? 300 is short, David's anger. He was planning on killing everyone in Nabal's house. Everyone. Everyone. So, when Abigail saw David, she quickly got off her donkey and bowed low before him. She fell at his feet and said, "I accept all blame in this matter. My Lord, please listen to what I have to say. Let me ask you, did she did anything wrong?" No. Then why is she doing this? She didn't run to David and, David, stop, please stop. I beg, don't do this. The Bible said that she went down on her donkey and fell on her face. That, guys, is humility. She went down to the floor and like, "My Lord," recognizing David's authority. She put herself in a servant position, humbling herself. She did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. She came to David saying, I accept all the blame. All of it. I accept it. My Lord, please listen to what I have to say. She did not demand anything from David. She asked for a chance to talk. You see, this happens all the time. Sometimes we get the wrong attitude, and we want something, which is okay, but the way we express ourselves, sometimes it's not wrong. Like, sometimes we just go to someone and we just demand. We boss them around. Hey, I want this, I want that, blah, 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 blah. Like, come on. Like, you're in no position to order anything. Sometimes we go to mom and dad and we don't ask for stuff. We demand for stuff. Yeah. Sometimes you go to your own brother and sister and you just demand. You don't even say please, thank you, anything like that. You just, yeah. Sometimes you just grab stuff. You just push them around and just grab whatever you want. And you know, that's not cool. Now, listen to what she said to David. I know Nabal is a wicked and ill-tempered man. Please don't pay any attention to him. This is the wife talking, guys. He is a fool, just as his name suggests. Now, how come the wife is talking like that of the husband? First of all, I know it seems rough, but she's actually trying to save this guy's life. Alright? Second of all, you said, like, how come if she's so wise and smart, why did she got married to that nasty guy? Well, guys, back in those days, she had no choice in the matter. She was just sold to this guy. Her marriage was arranged before probably she was even, when she was a little girl. So she had no say in the matter, okay? But still, she's trying to save the husband's life. And this is the funny part. Nabal, his name literally means fool. So this guy had no chance. Imagine if you named your kid Dummy. Hey, Dummy! And you're not just saying Dummy. No, that's his name. Why are you calling him Dummy? Check the birth certificate. That's his name. Like, why you do that? Exactly. Why did you do that? But this was this guy's name. His name was Fool. And he was a fool. So you see the importance here? How you call each one of you is important. If you call yourself fools, man, you don't have no chance. You're going to become a fool. Now, this is a funny fact. A lot of guys named Dennis end up being dentists.
And they don't like alcohol.
And I don't know about that, but that's true. This is an actual fact. A lot of guys named Lawrence end up being lawyers.
What about annexes?
That was clever. I just got it right now.
What about annexes? Annexes, come on.
Like, I don't know, but really, this is, your name says a lot of who you are and who you become.
My name means a new house, so I'm going to become a carpenter.
So, I don't know, guys. I didn't have homework. So, back to the reading part. All right. Now, she keeps saying, now, remember, David wants to kill Nabal. And Abigail is trying to save his life. And he's saying, now, my Lord, as surely as the Lord lives and you yourself live, since the Lord has kept you from murdering and taking vengeance into your own hands, let all your enemies and those who try to harm you be as cursed as Nabal is. Now, we're about to finish, guys. This is the thing. Every one of us has a prince of a punk inside of us. Each guy has a prince or a punk. Punk. No. Now, inside of every girl, there's a princess and
evil.
nasty as well inside of all. Now, this is the thing. Who you talk to. Hey guys, listen to this. This is important. Whoever you talk to, that's the part of him or she that's going to come alive. If you talk to the prince inside of him, the prince is going to come alive. If you talk to the princess on the slave, the princess will come alive. But if you talk to the dark side, believe me, the dark side will rise.
Well, what if it's like you're sweet? So you're like,
No.
so you're trying to say that inside of every person there's a nice and bad?
Yeah, we all have the same potential.
Yeah.
We all have the same potential. Now, what's the difference between being a good guy or a bad guy? It's just everything that has been spoken to you. Everything. It matters. It does matter. How you talk to everyone else matters. Has power. How they talk to you has power. I heard of a statistic once about two families. I don't remember the name or anything like that, but one of the family was, the dad was a drunkard and the mom was a poor. The other side of the family were very educated women and men. Their whole lineage became a reflection of mom and dad. On this side of the family, there's a big percentage. I don't remember the numbers, and I will give it to you one time. But a lot of them went to jail, became murderers, rapists, and all of that. On the other side of the family, they had politicians, they had school directors, board directors, eminent men. It matters, guys. And here, Abigail is talking to the king in David. David had a promise from God, and she was talking to that part of David. It says, please forgive me if I have offended you in any way. But before that, from verse 27, and here is a present that I, your servant, have brought to you and your young men. Now, Abigail was just not sweet talking to David. She was backing up her words with gifts. Abigail was backing up everything she was saying. She wasn't just saying like, oh, please, my Lord and sir, please be kind. She came with presence. She was backing up her words. Sometimes people offend us and they say sorry, but you really expect more than a sorry. You expect for them to show true repentance. Like, don't just show me that you really changed, or show me that you're really sorry. And that's right. It's biblical. You have to back your words, guys. Back it up. Back it up with a life. Back it up with action. Turn around to someone and say, hey, back that thing up.
Back what?
Back that thing up. Back it up. However you want to say it. It's being foolish. Now, I'm going to wrap it up real quick. Okay. Please forgive me if I have offended in any way. The Lord will surely reward you with a lasting dynasty, for you are fighting the Lord's battle, and you have not done wrong through your entire life. And this is how David finished, okay? Listen to this. Verse 32. David replied to Abigail, praise the Lord, the God of Israel, who has sent you to meet me today. Thank God for you, for your good sense. Bless you for keeping me from murder, and from carrying out vengeance with my own hands. For I swear by the Lord, the God of Israel, who has kept me from hurting you, that if you had not hurried out to me, no one on Nabal's men will be still alive tomorrow morning. So just in closure, guys, David was about to become a murderer. And it is because of the words of Abigail that she held him back. She held him back. And instead of becoming a killer, David remained as a good man, as a just man. So remember that. The end of the story ends this way. She went back. The day after, she talked to the husband and basically told him everything she did to save him. And right that moment, this guy had a stroke. And 10 days later, he died. David didn't have to kill him. God took care of his enemies. To finish up, speak life. Speak life to your friends. Before thinking in marriage and, oh, what I'm going to get, prepare yourself. Be the person God has called you to be. Be the person who speaks life into others. Because everything that you saw, you will bring. Let's close our eyes, everyone.